Okay, I'm going to quickly finish up binding my book, and actually I'm working on the chipboard, and the chipboard cuts just as smoothly as the regular cardstock. Might be a little bit louder, but it cuts just as easily. And there I have my chipboard cut. And let's see, I'm going to go this direction. Now, I've got ribbon on this particular piece, so I'm just going to kind of watch the guide here, because I want to make sure that I can get my holes in there as well. It may cut right through it, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to clean that up after I get done cutting. And let me get the last few holes done. And there we go. So, what I'm going to do is take scissors and get the little bit of fabric that went through with the hole. But overall, it looks pretty good. So, what I'm going to do is it's going to be my back, it's going to be my front, and so now I'm done with my cutter. Oh, you also want to remember too, let me point this out, whenever you're using your cutter, you want to make sure you open the side door here when you're done, or even if you're cutting a lot of paper, you want to make sure that you empty this, because it can get clogged up. So I just want to point that out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I've cut so far. I'm going to start from the back, and I'm going to place all of my pages inside. And it goes together pretty quickly. It's easier sometimes if I just hold it. That's how I did it before. Just hold it together and let it flow. Well, sometimes it's easier. It wants to make a liar out of me today. So here we go. Just making sure I've got them going in the right order here. It'd be disastrous if I messed up and had them out of the correct order. Okay. But you know what? That's the fun of doing crafts too. You can always tear it apart and start all over again. So as I get the last few pages to go in, and make sure you get every hole that you've punched into that spiral piece. You kind of have to keep, pulling it up. And let's see, here we go. We're almost down to the very wire here. And there we go. And then here's our cover. Isn't that sweet? Okay, there we go. So I just kind of want to flip through here and make sure I've got all the pages in the order I want them. And let's see, I've got, these are all alphabetized, so I'm just kind of really quickly going through here to make sure that I didn't mess any of these up. That does happen. Okay, I'm good. So I've got my back cover on, my front cover on. I'm going to bring my Bind It All back over. And actually, I didn't pull this out all the way. So I need to go 1 3/4 inch, which may be the very last, as you can see. And so once you get it there, just tighten it in. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got your spiral lined up as well. And then you just press down, and there's part of it already going together. And the next one, And when you get a little end like this, you just keep moving. And then until you have it all done. See how nice that is? It goes all the way in. Now, maybe I want it a little bit tighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce my size here a little bit. And I don't know, maybe different people do it different ways. I'd love to find out how other folks might do this. But I just make it a little bit tighter and go all the way down and across. Just making sure that I get it all in. And there it is. The whole book is bound together. Now, if I want to, I can just trim off the edges here of this wire. And it goes flying across the craft room, but that's okay. I'll find it later, or a vacuum cleaner will. And then I have it completed. And then I just move it around to where I want it. And then I can add ribbon. And I have my spiral bound book. So that's how you complete a spiral bound book using your Zutter Bind It All. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks.